Now, sometimes that business owners feel that selling is about, manipulating people and convincing them and pressuring them. A lot of times, or at times, sometimes business owners think that in order to sell and in order to make money, somebody has to lose. The person who's actually doing the selling is the one that's winning, and the customer is actually losing. That's how some people feel. I don't know if you feel that way. Whatever you feel, I'm going to share with you what is the real thing of selling. The true value of selling, the true definition of selling, is to offer more value than one is being paid for. That's the true meaning of selling. Now, when it comes down to selling, like I said, a lot of times people think that selling is more about convincing, and it's not actually that at all. It's more or less about predicting what people will buy and packaging it in such a way that more people will buy your products and services than your competitors. Now, the marketplace of today is filled with what is called as average products, for average people. Same products, same brand, or same products, same type of service, same quality, pretty much same price. Pretty much everything is the same. The only difference is that it's under a different brand name or a different company name. Okay, so what companies do is they package them different. So if we understand the proper combinations of words, shapes, and colors, how shapes influence things, and how all these different factors influence people, we can package our products and services in a way that will seem more appealing to them. So this is really about understanding psychology, understand human emotion. I don't know you. You don't know me right now. We're not having a face-to-face conversation. You're watching this video through our website on YouTube, but I'm going to actually prove this to you. I'm going to share with you. I'm going to show you how, even though that we're not having a real face-to-face conversation, I'm going to show you how I can predict what you are thinking. And the reason that this is important is selling is not about convincing, it's about predicting what people will buy. So I'm going to predict what you are thinking about, okay? And if we use this, and if we take this knowledge and we can apply it into our businesses, we can create our products and services, and we can package it up in a way that will seem more appealing to our prospective customers than what our competition is doing. So I'm just going to do something very, very simple. It's not correct all the time, but it is correct the vast majority of the time. So if you do have a sheet of paper, I want you to write this down if you do have one. And I want you to pick a number between 1 and 10. Okay? And once you got that number, I want you to write it down on that sheet of paper. And I'll just give you a second. Okay. Hopefully you got it. Now, let me ask you this. Did you pick the number 7? I might have gotten right, might have gotten wrong. If not, let's try another one. Now I want you to do this again. This time, I want you to pick a number between 1 and 4. And the same thing like we did before, I want you to write that number down on that sheet of paper. And I'll give you a second. Okay, did you pick the number 3? Now I'm going to try one more. This time we're not going to do numbers. I'm going to ask you on that same sheet of paper to write a name of a fruit. And I'll wait for you as you do that. Okay, I'm going to assume that you've written it down by now. So I'm going to say that you either wrote down an apple or an orange. Now let's say I didn't even get any of this right. Even if I didn't get this right with you, like I said, it doesn't work all the time. It works vast majority of the time. It's a really great trick that you can go to the bar and win some bar bets with it, because the numbers are still the same. So when I asked you to pick a number between 1 and 10, vast majority of the times, about 70% of the time, people pick the number 7. Okay, that's vast majority of the time. When I asked you to pick a number between 1 and 4, most people pick the number 3 80% of the time. Okay, and then when I asked you to pick a fruit, most of the time it's either an apple or an orange. About 40% of the time it's one of those. So even though if I didn't get this right, if you played this trick on some of your friends, chances are they would, if you play a bar bet with them, bet them something. You know, it's a really great game to play with people, and I've actually freaked some people out with this. And so once we understand this, once we understand human behavior, once we understand psychology, we can use this information to be able to sell more of our products and services. So that's the end of today's video. So we're gonna continue on in this in our next video. So just keep this in mind. That 95% of business failure is due to businesses not advertising. Even if you're not advertising right now, let's find some ways that we can go ahead and start advertising. There's a lot of free stuff that you can do. Maybe you don't want to risk the money right now. But with that being said, I do want to encourage you to go ahead and check out I want you to check out the resource on the side of this video that we call as the Unfair Advantage Marketing System. And that will provide you with the tools to be able to adapt to today's new economy when it comes down to your advertising. Okay? And what we're doing here is we are trying to provide you with so much value. We're basically trying to bribe you. Not adapting to today's economy is such a big issue for businesses. It is causing businesses to fall out of business. Again, Dun & Bradstreet says 50% of you will be out of business in the next 12 months unless you adapt to today's new economy. So we're providing you with the tools to be able to do that. Now, there's a company called VIP Fitness Marketing, and for what we are providing for about $29, they are charging $14,000 per year for the same type of business and marketing tools. So I do want to encourage you to go ahead and click on the link on the right hand side of this video. It's called the Unfair Advantage Marketing System. But I do hope this information has been helpful for you. I've had a blast, again, still filming these videos here out at the beach, here at the Beach Club Resort here in Walt Disney World, and we'll see you in our next video. Bye bye now.